Now today we are going to learn about the Bryopsida, and this Bryopsida includes the type of Funaria. This Funaria, it is a bryophyte, and this bryophyte, it can we can deal about the first their systematic position, occurrence, external morphology, then internal structure, then reproduction. Funaria, it can reproduces by vegetative and sexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction takes place by various methods, by fragmentation of primary protonema, by fragmentation of secondary protonema, by gemmy, by apospory. Then sexual reproduction, it can also takes place by formation of sex organs, that is antheridia and archegonia. Then fertilization, the structure of sporophyte, then dehiscence of the capsule and germination of spore and the protonema, and finally the alternation of generations. With the help of these points, we can deal about the Funaria. The Funaria, it can include in the division Bryophyta, class Bryopsida or Musi, that is mosses, subclass Eubrya or Brydi, order Eubryidae or Funarials, family Funariaceae, genus Funaria, and species Hygromatus. First, we can deal about the occurrence of the Funaria. Where the Funaria can occur. The Funaria, it is a cosmopolitan genus. Cosmopolitan means it can found throughout the world, and it has been recorded in India. There are about the 117 species of Funaria. Out of that, only 15 species they are found in India. In the world there are about 117 species. Out of that, 15 species they have been recorded in India, and the most common species is the Funaria hygrometrica. Funaria species hygrometrica, that is Funaria hygrometrica. It is the most common species of the Funaria, and the name Funaria is derived from the Latin word funis, means the rope, which is denoted for characteristic twisting of the seta. Funaria usually grows in the damp soil. Damp means ओलसर मातीमध्ये, damp soil, rocks, then walls of the crevices. During the rainy season, it can also grows in various places. In our area, when there is the during the rainy season, it can also grows on the bricks, as well as they can also grows on the walls of the some houses. It grows in alkaline soils with pH that is about the 8. This is about the occurrence. Next part is the external morphology of the Funaria, or the external morphology of the gametophyte. Gametophyte, the plant body, it is a gametophyte. It can bear the gametes, therefore it is called as gametophytic plant body. And the gametophytic plant body of the Funaria, it can shows two distinct stages. One is the protonemal stage and another is the adult stage. The gametophyte, it can be differentiated into two stages. One is, this is the protonemal stage, and this is the adult stage. The protonemal stage of the Funaria, it is a transitory stage, means it can lose a short duration. And the adult plant, it is the main plant body, which is the gametophytic plant body of the Funaria. This is the gametophytic plant body of the Funaria. And the plant body of the Funaria, it can be differentiated into rhizoids, stem and the leaves. The stem, it is the slender, erect, branched and wiry. The part of the stem remains inside the soil, which is brown in color. The part of the stem which can present inside the soil, it is brown in color, and part which is present above the soil, it becomes a green in color. Then it can shows the branches, and then on these branches the leaves, they are spirally arranged. Then at the lower side rhizoids are present. Rhizoids, they can shows the oblique septa, and rhizoids, they can helps for anchoring the plant to the substratum and absorption of water and minerals. And there is the leaves, they are also present. Leaves, they are sessile, and this is the single leaf. The leaf, it is a pointed at the tip, and at the center there is a midrib is also present. And leaves, they are without stalk, they are sessile. They are spirally arranged or placed on the stem also. And at the tip of these branches, it can shows the antheridial branch. Into that antheria are present, and the lateral branch, this is the antheridial branch, it is the main branch, and the lateral branch which can be arises from that archegonial branch, they can be also arises. And this archegonial branch at their tip, it contains the archegonia. Later, after fertilization, they forms the sporophyte, and this sporophyte, it can shows the capsule at the tip, and at their tip there is the lead, or it is called as the operculum, is also present at the tip of the capsule also. Then the stem, it is brown, erect, wiry in nature. The part of stem remains inside the soil, it is brown in color. The aerial part of the stem, it is green, and which can produces the leaves also. Leaves, they are small, scaly, spirally arranged, they are branched. It can shows the antheridophore and the archegoniophore at their tip. Rhizoids, the roots are absent, instead of which rhizoids are present. The rhizoids, they can help for anchoring the plant to the substratum and absorption of water and minerals. This is the function of the rhizoids. The leaves, they are very small, minute, scaly, and they are oval in shape. They shows the tip is pointed, and at the center there is a midrib is present. This is about the external morphology of the Funaria plant also. Then the next part is the internal structure of the stem, that is T.S.of the stem of the Funaria, that is axis. And the T.S.of stem of Funaria, it can be differentiated into three parts, that is epidermis, cortex and the central conducting strand. Epidermis, it is the outermost layer of cells, and this layer, it contains the chloroplast also. There is the chloroplast, they can be also present, and therefore the function of this epidermis is the photosynthesis also. And there is the chloroplast containing cells, they are also present in the epidermis, and they can function as the photosynthesis also. The stomata, they are absent to the epidermal cells. Inside that there is the cortex is also present, and this cortex, it consists of the thin walled parenchymatous cells. They can store the food material, and such cortex, they also contains the chloroplast, and few layers near to the epidermis, they becomes thick walled also. Then at the center there is a conducting strand is also present. These cells, they are thin walled, elongated, and they lack protoplasm. The central conducting strand which is present, it can functions as the conduction of the water and translocation of the water and food material to the upper part of the Funaria plant. So this is about the internal structure of the Funaria also. This is the external structure and the internal structure of the Funaria plant body.